This video is going to walk you through the HLC Area Chart type, which you can find in the Chart Type menu, just like this. When you're ready, give it a click, and your chart instantly adjusts to the HLC Area Chart type. You're going to notice three things: a green line, a gray line, and a red line. What you want to know about those lines, it is just what it sounds like according to the name, HLC Area. HLC means high, low, and close. So the green line is going to show you the high of the specific time interval that you've selected. We've got a daily chart here. The gray line is going to show us the close, and the red line is going to show us the low. That means we get a wonderful view at the ebb and flow of a specific symbol over time and the way its high and its low and its close has evolved over time. So you get to see three different data points right here, daily chart. We get to see the HLC, three different data points over any time frame that we want to see it on. And keep in mind, this works for any time interval. So we could see an HLC chart here as well on a 30-minute chart. And we're basically seeing the high every 30 minutes, the close every 30 minutes, and the low every 30 minutes. And it is very smoothed out and very easy to see. Now, when you double click on this chart and head to the chart settings, you also have the capability to customize the lines of your choice. So you can make the high line any color that you want. You can see the color changing here. You can make the low line any color that you want. You can see the color changing here. And of course, you can change the close, the gray, to any color that you want. You can see it changing. Now, that might be a little confusing, but everyone has their own look and feel. But how about we go back to the typical green? Let's do the low as red. But this time, let's make the close white so it even pops a little bit more there. We can also adjust the fill as well and the opacity of such. Now, one tip that you might find useful is you can also just totally remove the fill if you wish, just like that, by changing the opacity to 0. Or if you want to customize this chart even further, what you could even do is decide to hide either the H, L, or C, or the high, low, or close, by also changing the opacity. So you could technically make your own chart that's beyond just HLC. You could, for example, make the high and close chart. Watch this. We're going to change the opacity of the low to 0. We're going to change the fill to 0. And now all we're seeing is the green line, the high, and the close here in the middle. Thus, we can see the period of time that we want, and we can see where the highs were and where the close was. Maybe those are the only two data points that we want to look at. Now, why is this chart type useful? The reason why this chart type is useful, and we are going to bring back the lows here, so we're going to bring back this line. This chart type is useful because it is giving you a sense not only into sort of the direction and strength of the symbol, but it is also telling you a lot about the trading range and volatility. Because you can see the high and the low, you can make quick measurements over specific periods of time to get a feel of just how volatile an asset is. You can either mark these like we are doing here, or you could also measure them. So, for example, if we wanted to, what we could do is we could measure multiple. This is the high here. Let's go down to the low. Let's just keep doing this. This is the high here. Let's pick a few occasions. And we get a quick feel for where the price is moving on a daily basis and what is the difference between the high and the low, or vice versa, the low and the high. And then we can get prepared for the upcoming charting events. So we can take that data and apply it to this chart, and now we know that on average, for example, this symbol trades in this specific range or has this type of volatility, and we can see that on a smooth chart like this. Of course, this data and information is all for education and informational purposes, but you can utilize this chart to any way that you wish, and you may even have a way of using the HLC area chart that we haven't tried yet. But this video shows you how to access the chart type, and as a member, you can utilize this. It also shows you how to change the settings with some other important tips, and also a general walkthrough of why it might matter. So thanks so much for watching, and we hope you get started with the HLC area chart type.